That's Jaeger dead.
It's Captain done.
She fell. Nice.
Hey,
This guy's always f***ing laying down.
Stop standing.
Such a freaking
Last
eater,
three.
dude.
Last behind throne. Behind throne.
Okay.
You have located a bomb.
watch cheese planning.
I'm planting. Just don't let them rotate hallway on me.
Diffuser is active. Protected at all costs.
Still 50.
Do I have a drone at all? Let's see.
Down to one friendly.
Nice.
Op 4 eliminated. Friendly.
What's up, YouTube? Cheese here, and welcome to the Platinum Place. As you guys all know, this is a series I do where you guys ask a question and I answer to the best of my ability for Siege, you know, tips, tricks, that kind of thing. Today wasn't a question asked by anybody, but it was something that I just wanted to cover myself, and that is how to open any wall in Rainbow Six Siege, specifically on console. So as you guys all know, Maverick's been in play now for quite some time. He's gotten some changes here and there, but essentially he still has no hard counter, right? Obviously, one counter that's people are probably going to say is that you can shoot him, right? You can shoot him while he's cutting, you can kill him, C4 him, shoot him, whatever. And yes, those are ways to counter him, but they're not a hard direct counter. So a hard direct counter would be a Thatcher Bandit, right? An EMP destroys a Bandit battery. A Bandit battery destroys a Thermite. That's a hard counter. Those two things directly counter each other no matter what. Okay, obviously there's ways around it to get, you know, to make it so that you can't Bandit trap, or to make it so that you can't Thatcher, but what we're going to cover here is how to open any single wall. So say you're playing on Theme Park like we are here in this video. This is the actual ranked game, and so that Thatcher's banned, right? Thatcher's banned. Now a couple things that you can do is you could buck out the top, toss a grenade over. Obviously there's going to be ADSs, so you're going to have to use flashbangs to burn those, which is a whole lot of utility, right? It's a really big utility dump, and you could use that utility to do other things. So counter to that is to just run Maverick. Now what you're going to have to do when you go up to the wall, first things first, obviously you're going to have some map control. Like for example, we have control of Dragon upstairs here. We know there's nobody there, there's nobody down the hallway that can kill me. The doorway going into objective is barricaded, so nobody can just pop out and shoot me really quick, and people are watching my back. First thing you want to do is always cut the top. Cut the Maverick, cut the top first. So we're going to start either left side of wall, right side of wall. And all you're going to do is look at the very top edge of the wall, and then without moving your right stick, all you're going to do is just hold it on an angle, right? Just hold your blowtorch on an angle on the wall and just move your left stick across. So that way the only thing that's really moving is your feet, and it makes it so much easier to cut because you don't have to really aim with your blowtorch at all. And that way you can get a nice straight line as you just walk in a straight line across the wall. Now a couple things you need to be careful of. Obviously C4s, right? So a lot of times when you're cutting, people will toss a C4 into the hole and blow it up. And sometimes the blast radius, you know, goes through the hole and kills you. Sometimes it doesn't. It's kind of sketchy how that works. Thankfully though, right now the wall is bandited, right? Or it's cated, one of the two. It's got electrified, or it's electrified, so even if I'm cutting, if they throw a C4 at this hole, it's not going to come through and kill me, right? It's going to hit the electricity and disappear. So I don't have to worry about that. So you cut the top all the way across. When you're cutting, there's going to be two kind of like studs in the wall, like two metal studs. So when you have your metal barricade on, say, a 2x2 wall like this, so this wall here takes two barricades, right? Where those barricades meet the wall, like the hard wall, like the non-destructible wall, and where they meet each other is like a stud. So you're going to have one stud on this left side of the wall, and then you have another stud in the middle, and you have another stud that where it touches the right side of the non-breachable wall. And so you're going to have to use a little bit more blowtorch there to make sure you cut through the actual metal stud itself, so that the metal's gonna fall away. So as you guys can see, I'm cutting through here. I burned my metal stud on the left side, burn this metal stud middle. Then we're gonna go to the bottom. We're gonna burn left, across, and to the middle again, and burn that one. And you really got to make sure that you get those studs, especially because they're gonna leave like little pixels of a wall, and the metal won't fall away. It won't turn into just a wood wall that you can shoot through. So as you're cutting them bottom, you should have somebody laying down farther back or holding some sort of angle to counter anybody who's going to lay down in front of the hole and shoot your toes, right? So obviously that's something you really need to be careful about, because if somebody does lay down and shoot your toes, you're either going to lose a lot of HP or you're going to die and you're not going to get the wall open. So have somebody lay down to counter that. It's kind of a risky move, you know, because you get C4 or whatever, but at the end of the day, it's a great way to get a wall open. So once we cut the metal, once we cut stud all the way across the wall, we cut top, bottom, the metal framing is going to fall away, and then it's just going to be a wood wall. Now this is when you're going to need a buck or a Zofia or an ash, something around those lines to blow away the wood wall that is now there. Something that you have to be careful with though. When you cut the metal away, the wood wall will actually still be electrified if there's a bandit battery or a Cade or something. So if you shoot an ash charge at it, as you guys know, electrifying or anything that's electrified destroys an ash charge. So if you shoot an ash charge at the wood wall, which is somehow still electrified, doesn't really make sense, I know, but that's just how this game works. It's going to actually destroy your ash charge and you're not going to make any progress. So that's why it's nice to either run a buck, because then it doesn't matter, or a Zofia. Doesn't matter if it's electrified, because those don't counter each other. So you can do it with an ash, but then you just have to make sure to either get the bandit battery off, shoot it before you shoot the ash charge, or somehow get the Cade off, which can be difficult. But anyways, that's really about it. It's also really helpful. So a lot of times what I'll do, like going into a ranked game, if I know I'm playing on like Theme Park or something, and then say I'm defending first or attacking first or whatever, you can even ban thermite, right? You can ban thermite, which is kind of like a risky thing to do, especially if you're attacking first. But if you're good with your Maverick abilities and you know that, hey, you can get this wall open, it's a pretty good thing to bet on the enemy team not having a decent Maverick. Like, this isn't super hard to do, trust me. It's really not hard to do once you give it a little bit of practice. But a lot of people just don't put any time into it. So something that can kind of give you that little one-up, that little leg up against the enemy is to ban thermite, right? I know it's kind of an annoying way to play, but if you want to win, you know, hey, it helps. You ban the thermite, you use your Maverick skills to get the wall open. Then when you're defending and they're attacking, all they have is a Habana. That's a lot easier to trick. Like if you're bandit tricking or Cade tricking, it's a lot easier to trick a Habana than it is to trick a thermite, because it's so much faster. Thermite is so much faster going down and going off, right? But anyways, guys, I really hope this video helped you guys. I hope you start to use Maverick like this to, you know, get walls open, get things done. I haven't made a Platinum Play video in a little while. I know it's been a little while, but I'm gonna try and get going more on these. Hope you guys again enjoyed the video. Thank you so much as always, and most importantly, never forget, as always, stay cheesy.